not just the live Christmas special that brings the whole family to the sofa. Another staple of Christmas TV is the blockbuster movie. Star Wars is always a family favourite. The 1970s special effects may look dated, but we never tire of the epic space battles between the iconic Millennium Falcon and Imperial Star Destroyers. Since the film's release in the 70s, Star Wars has gone on to become one of the biggest movie franchises in history, known for releasing its latest instalment just in time for the Christmas holidays. Less well known is that the original Star Wars Christmas extravaganza was actually back in 1978, a specially made TV holiday special that begins with the all too familiar music, iconic tagline and opening titles.
The Star Wars Holiday Special.
A Star Wars Christmas special.
One of the cheesiest movies ever.
A rather cheap and basic looking graphic reveals it's the same cast from Star Wars A New Hope.
Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
So the omens were good.
They get Harrison Ford in it, but apparently he said there was no way out of it. It was contractual that they were going to make this thing, and because he was Han Solo, he had to appear in it.
Solo naturally takes on a stormtrooper in the film. However, the big budget of the movie world was definitely missing from the action sequences.
Even the stunts, like Han Solo pushed off the trooper and he was like, whoa, you know, but it was just so forced and almost slapstick.
We celebrate a day of peace. Carrie Fisher's singing in it, although I don't know if it's her, but she's really good at lip syncing, much better than Fergal Sharkey. A day of harmony.
How awful was that?
It just doesn't fit. I mean, it's just a square peg in a round hole.
Here's the plot. Chewbacca must get home for the holidays.
I know it's an important day.
But the clunky dialogue highlights the clumsy attempt to crowbar Christmas into Star Wars.
They was going to get Chewbacca to his family for Life Day, which is their version of Christmas.
For the first time, we get to meet the Wookiees in their natural habitat, or at least what seems to be a painting of it, the budget clearly not stretching to state-of-the-art graphics.
Then they introduced Chewbacca's family. And from that moment onwards, you know it's going to be awful.
Throughout the film, the Wookiees spoke in their own language, such as it was, leaving the viewer to fathom out for themselves what exactly was going on.
Maybe they won't use Chewbacca's family very much. Maybe that's just going to be like one sketch or like one little moment. No, it's basically all about Chewbacca's family. The whole thing could have been just called At Home with the Wookiees. Can't do Chewbacca. For the first minute or two, you're like, this is kind of interesting. And then 7 minutes pass.
In keeping with all good holiday specials, various guests would make cameo appearances, such as Golden Girl B. Arthur, playing a barmaid to aliens in the Mos Eisley Cantina.
It was just bizarre. It was absolutely bizarre. B. Arthur, one of the Golden Girls, she starts singing and then she goes, join in with me, and they all sing la, 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 and they're all marching around, and it bears no relation to anything else that's going on. Then you just cut back to the Chewbacca family.
Chewbacca's wife Marla is seen busy in the kitchen with the television on, watching an intergalactic Fanny Craddock demonstrate the cooking of bantha meat.
If you love Star Wars, you can't stop watching it. It's just so bad.
It's bizarre.
She's cooking in the kitchen, you know, and she's watching a four-armed person on television teaching her a recipe. I mean, it's that cheesy.
It's a piece of art that I'll never forget.
Total cheeseball.
Happy Life Day.
The props department appeared to work on a shoestring. Chewie's dad, Itchy, trying out a virtual reality helmet that looks to be a converted hairdryer from a lady's hairdresser.
You've got this Wookiee sat under a hairdryer with controls on the arm the next thing you know, there's this like psychedelic pictures, and then in this appears Diane Carroll, you know, the singer and the actress from Dynasty.
I am in your mind as you greet me. Oh, yes.
Daddy Wookie is still under the hairdryer and clearly getting very excited about the fact that Diane Carroll's turned up in his special fantasy present.
Now, we can have a good time, can't we? Oh.
I don't want to see it. And I'm sure there are Star Wars proper fans out there that really don't want to see it.
All the Star Wars fans that are massive Star Wars fans, they must have been literally spitting feathers.
Despite contributing to the story, Star Wars creator George Lucas doesn't appear in the credits on the special, and it has never received a second broadcast or an official home video release.
I'm very much glad that it kind of got binned and not many people saw it. So, yeah, well done.
Lucas, of course, he said if he had a sledgehammer, he would break every copy of that.
Today it survives thanks to some bootleg VCR copies and the magic of the internet, for a whole new generation to enjoy Star Wars going horribly wrong. Oh, and as you might have guessed, Chewie makes it home for Christmas. Sorry, Life Day.
It's extraordinary, in hindsight, that the Star Wars franchise carried on after that.
Leave Star Wars as it is. Don't try and put Christmas specials in because they don't work, especially if you can't understand what they're saying.
I won't get that hour and a half back.